Yes, welcome back from a short break. We are actually continuing. This time we are going to actually determine the depreciation. The depreciation here, the opening balances, that is the opening balance brought forward as per the depreciation. The 1st January 2019 balance brought forward. We shall actually see what will be the opening balance depreciation for motor vehicle and equipment as at 1st January 2019. So we have to come here and consult our trial balance. So our trial balance is telling us that motor vehicles, this was the cost, but this was the depreciation value, and this was depreciation value for the equipment. So now, given that we have that, then we shall come here and say for motor vehicle, it will be 5,000. Then for the equipment, it will be 3,600. That is 3.6 million. Then, from that point, the total here is that. Then, charge for the year. We want to see the depreciation charges for the year. The depreciation charges for the year 2019. So on determining the depreciation charge, we must actually see. We must actually log into, or we go back to this, the additional information of ours. Here, this statement is very, very important. It will also be recognized. The assets register maintained by the council have the following assets with their estimated useful lives. So now motor vehicle, the useful lives of motor vehicle will be 5, then equipment this one. So this is more or less a straight line base, and we shall actually use these years to actually determine the depreciation charge for each and every motor, for each and every asset. So now we shall actually come want to determine depreciation. Determine depreciation charges. Determine the depreciation charge for these assets. Okay. So now we have the old motor vehicles. We had the old motor vehicles, which had a cost of this. So this was the depreciation as per that. Then we actually compute and get exactly what is happening. So we shall actually take into account this, the value. In fact, it is cost stock variation. It wasn't supposed to, it was this, we can actually take this one to be cost stock valuation. This one, this was cost stock valuation, cost stock valuation, the cost stock valuation as far as at first that. Then here, for the case of motor vehicles, we shall actually compute the depreciation charges. We shall get 104. In other words, we are actually getting this one. We shall get this figure. So this one, divide by what? We shall actually divide it. We shall divide it by number of years, which is 5. I think that is it. Divide by 5 years. So 5 here, we say 5. We say 5 years. Yes. Okay. Then here, what we shall get, it is 101,450 over 5. So we shall get the depreciation for the old motor vehicle. This is old what? The old MV, the old motor vehicle. That one. Then we want to determine the depreciation for the new motor vehicle. So whereby the new motor vehicles, the newly acquired or additions, we shall actually get 14 over 14 will be 14, which is this one, the additions, then divide by, we shall get the 14 divided by 5 also. Yeah, divided by 5. So now, getting 14 divided by 5, we shall have depreciation for the what? For the new motor vehicle. So now here, we actually add, we get the total here, total depreciation for all motor vehicles, whereby we shall add this one to that one. Then this is now our depreciation to be taken to, this is our depreciation to be taken to the PPE, so which is 23090. Good. So now that is for the motor vehicle. Then we go and we can actually compute that one of what, of the equipment. We have equipment, old equipment. You can say this is old equipment. With old equipment, we have how much old equipment was worth 30. Then 30 you divide by number of years, because for the case of equipment the years are what? 8. So we shall actually use 8. Then now depreciation, it is 30 divided by 8. We get the depreciation for the old equipment. Then new equipment, the new equipment. So we have the new equipment here. Newly acquired equipment was 4, because they acquired another equipment, this one, of 4 million. Then that one, when you say 4 million divided by 8 also, then we want to see, when you get 4 million divided by 8, what do we get? We get 5. So now here we want to see the total depreciation. We want to see the total depreciation for the what? For the equipment. Depreciation for the what? For the equipment, which is this one plus this. So when you add them up, you will get this one. You will get this figure as the what? As your charge for the year. Charge for the year. And this is charge for the year for the case of what? A motor vehicle. So now we shall get our equipment. So equipment, we are taking this figure 4250, 4250 into the what? Into the PPE. So now for this, at this time, the total charge for the year is to what? Is to 27,340. So this is now the figure. When we go for depreciation as an expense, we shall consider this figure. This is the figure we shall actually consider. So now let us actually see the carrying amount, the written down values, carried forward. This will be at 31st December 2019. This will be at 31st December 2019. So meaning that to get the written down value at close of the year, we shall get this minus this. In other words, Wait, there is something.